Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Aether and Iron. And in the last episode, guys, we were able to have a successful prison break of the Aetherians, and a lot of other stuff happened. We were able to get some upgrades. It seems that everything that can happen to Gia does happen when we're out and about. But we are in this interesting area, Arkstad, which is essentially, I guess, the headquarters of the Aetherians. And before we've got the Department of Contracts to enter. Alex and Maria, I believe we already talked to them. We do have the opportunity to talk to them again. Let's check and see if they have anything new to say, and then we'll check out the Department of Contracts, and then we've got to head back out onto the streets and talk to the soldier's mom and kind of decide what we're going to be doing there. Okay, cool. Just checking, seeing what they had to sell. Uh-oh. I think we got stuck. So Alex and Maria definitely didn't have anything to say. Now we go to the Department of Contracts. Ooh.
Cress walks me through a door that smells of old paper and cooling coffee, and I double take. Above packed shelves and harried archivists, I see a sky of stained glass and stars made up of winking aether light. From the way Cress basks under its light, I doubt we're here to thumb through records. Madonna, what's that for?
Dancing.
Stargazing. Come on, take a load off. The light's hitting the glass just right today.
The undersky. All right. Ugh. The stars.
I spy a collection of volumes, most of them hand-bound in leather or fabric. Huh. Looks like they were all written by Aetherians. Each spine features a tiny brand corresponding to the free home where they were written. Conover Place, a nice place to lurk. When my folks got our contracts moved here from Pendleton Rocks, we would be treated nice, humane-like even. More money to go around, they'd tell my sister and me. The Terriers aren't as strict, as if that meant anything. We won't be allowed topside, though. Not that they could tell without our eyes in. 1932. This one hasn't aged well. Conover Place burned a year after this was published. Most of the Aetherians dead, sealed in an iron coffin.
Whoops.
The bones of Metropolis. My father worked the steam vents to his dying day. Son, he gasped, while the sawbones struggled to replace the fluids his burns had leached from his parboiled body. This ain't no life for man or woman. But what else is there, Pop? I cried, pounding on the wall with work-rough hands. What else is there? Lots of talk about weight-to-energy ratios and the stabilization of Aether when they describe how neighborhoods are maintained.
Not exactly your best dying words to your son.
The ghosts in the pipes, a study of location-based psychoses in the Undercity. Unable to find a common thread other than rough location, Dr. Fisher launched an in-depth investigation into why the men and women within the Racine Undercity were exhibiting a higher-than-normal rate of aberrant behaviors than other Aetherian free homes within the lowers. After 18 weeks, Fisher concluded that the chronic insomnia and resultant anxieties were directly tied to the sound of waste fumes vacated through improperly repaired pipes running through the maintenance tunnels, leaving the inhabitants surrounded by a constant sound resembling unending, unintelligible wailing called the ghosts in the pipes by the locals.
Or Reddit as it's known today.
Dr. Fisher himself was not immune to the consequences of this phenomenon and was remanded to a psychiatric institution after the study's conclusion. This stuff goes on forever.
Cool.
My eyes skim a series of titles to do with Aetherians and Aether theory. Behind me, I hear Nellie gasp in anticipation, delight, recognition.
Patient.
Strasbourg, King Stratosphere. Despite his personal peccadillos and suspected anti-American leanings, the scientific advances of Arnold Strasberg, chiefly known for his advancement of aether propulsion and suspension at high altitudes, ironically widened the gap of wealth inequality even further in favor of the Uppers baronies despite their brilliance. I'm sure Strasberg himself would have something to say to this author, if he hadn't disappeared into thin air. The origins of Aether. Though the early successful advances brought about by the discovery and development of Aether for purposes of construction were reasonably well documented, the explosive failures of its early experimentation, most notably the fatal Dews Reservoirs incident in which 38 technicians lost their lives, are less so. Due to the confluence of shared credit as well as blame, it is difficult to pin down who is most responsible for these first developments, as no less than 6 scientific collectives each claimed credit for those breakthroughs, while trying to avoid blame for any shortcoming. Same as it ever was. If you can't prove something is yours, muddy the waters enough for a partial payday. All the colors of the rainbow. Theories regarding a so-called Aether spectrum.
We know all about spectrums.
While the vast majority of Aether scientists agree that theoretical colored Aethers are nothing more than a load of bunk dreamed up by weapons developers, a small number of researchers theorize that such weapons could be developed as soon as 30 years from now. Or, as it turns out, a whole lot sooner. No understanding of brevity. San Francisco doesn't look that far away. Too bad the 2,000 miles in between is reserved for farmers or raiders. This shelf has a few books on the history of White Street. I noticed right away that the majority of them look brand new, as if they've never been read or even handled. I guess these aren't too popular.
Oh, are these the propaganda volumes?
Toil and Trouble, an examination of the water waste war. There was no doubt after White Street's victory of attrition over the barons of Smucker and Gainsfort that the struggle was lost. Tillinghast had outmaneuvered the politicking of the lesser barons with intimidation and a projection of force. With the conflict resulting in a decisive stake in the city's water futures, the peace-loving General Tillinghast could, at long last, lay down his sword and enjoy the peace his vigilance had bought.
Baron Smucker, however, remains very jelly.
Peace-loving? Right. And I'm Kaiser Wilhelm. Clean Street Caesar, the early career of Eli Tillinghast.
Volume 1. The Diaper Years.
Though criticized by his peers for his controversial choices, Tillinghast doubled down on his shock and dread campaign, utilizing his sanitation brigade as a rifle butt, smashing pretenders to the throne of his burgeoning domain. Under his guidance, the Whitecaps moved from tidying the streets to handing out citations for unclean behavior, to random search and seizures, to enforcing curfews, eventually resulting in a de facto state of martial law.
Sound familiar?
I closed the heavy tome, 500 pages of raw propaganda that looked like it hadn't seen a lot of attention. I wasn't expecting a secret shelf just out of sight. I pick up the dense collection of Tillinghast's memoirs and notice something curious built just behind the series of volumes. I gather an armful of the self-serving waste of pulp on the luminaries of White Street and deposit them where they belong. On the floor, out of sight, hopefully for all time. Dry as anything. Time to look elsewhere.
So it looks like we did unlock something there.
Looks like a pretty wide selection of modern history on this shelf. Funny, I never thought of Aetheniers as studious types. Yet the Crusades' origins were born from a perspective of well-meaning naivete, a concerted initiative from those barons in the uppers seeking to bring charity aid to those properties they had left behind during their upward climb. For this reason, some accounts depict the Crusades as necessary growing pains for the burgeoning social strata.
God wills it?
Whitewashing. It's not just for picket fences. Stealing hearts and bases. the rise of the 35 New York Bandits. A true David and Goliath story in our modern time. Nobody could have predicted the meteoric rise of the scrappy bandits during the 1935 season after a dismal showing in the previous year. The uppers-owned New York Gothams had the funding and the star players, but they lacked that crucial ingredient that pushed the bandits over the edge.
Steroids. Oh.
I remember every play. That was one hell of a series. Trespasser of Nature, How New York Beat the Hurricane. And while Hurricane Bedford ravaged the eastern seaboard without mercy or compunction, flattening all in its path with countless casualties, as well as incurring millions in property damage, the people of the uppers simply turned up their nose and threw money at the problem, deciding once and for all that the problems of Earth were only for the earthbound.
Some of you will die, but that's a sacrifice we're willing to make.
While seawater devastated and flooded the landlocked masses below, citizens of both the lowers and uppers were more or less insulated from the ravages of the weather phenomenon, passing harmlessly beneath the skybound colonies. Maybe the lowers weren't hit directly, but I saw lines for clean water circling the block, a gap-toothed child with a starvation-distended belly, men knifing each other in an alley for a bag of coal. The uppers had all they needed, and they did not want to share. That's about enough of that.
Okay, we've got this other bookshelf here, but let's talk to Cress.
Cress claims a spot like it's a regular perch at a bar. I follow her lead. Never thought I'd be stargazing indoors.
Yeah, well, you get used to doing those things indoors. When terriers and barons keep hammering you back down. They think if they keep the sky away, you stop looking up.
You can't keep the sky from me.
So, we brought the sky to us.
Eli destroyed every theater and speakeasy years ago. I remember when the last vaudeville theater went up in flames. Surprised he left all this.
You think a baron cares about what happens down here? This place's been around long before Eli set up his sanitation brigade.
How long's that?
1880s, sometime after Holdstone.
It was a memory burned into the minds of every New Yorker. An Aether photographed as they jumped from an island on fire. The island sank, thousands died. Fleeing rats were blamed. The rest is history. Reminds me of nights on the roof with Zio.
But just not on fire and not jumping off of it.
You could see stars in the burrows?
No, this was later. I just found this little apartment. Remember, what's his name? The Baron who only wore red? He called himself something.
Richthofen?
Mr. Love ran the gentleman's quarter. That barony's out south now, I think.
Ugh, slimy bastard. So, I just moved in. Zio comes by, brings a 30-year-old bottle of whiskey from who knows where, talks about that time he got stranded in the Russian wilderness running guns in the Great War.
I like that story.
He always said the stars brought him home.
You really think he outran a bear at the end?
Did it matter? Every time he came home, his stories made comic books feel like reading a technical manual. Like I was out in the world with him. Cress stares upward into the faux night sky, her pale eyes darting from star to star.
I miss his stories about the constellations. He knew them all.
You're into the constellations?
There's a lot about me you don't know. My parents taught me. We used to have an undersky like this on my old island, built by a hobby astronomer, obsessed with capturing every constellation. Ursa, Canis, Calliope. Those were my bedtime stories. Argo was my favorite, a ship built perfectly to explore the whole world. A machine that never failed.
She rubs her arm where rat engineering bonds iron with flesh. Her eyes are fixed on the lights above. So, this prison break, this the type of work you do when you're not at the garage?
Sometimes it can be all roadside repairs and repulsor changes.
And that sponsor?
I can't tell you that, Gia. Not yet.
Pry into Cress's sponsor. No, we'll go ahead and respect it.
I've seen skyscrapers with more bend than Cress. I let the question lie for now. Cress reaches over and grabs my arm.
Watch. Here it comes.
It got dimmer. Oh, there we go.
It's always beautiful. Every time. There's real hope out there, Gia. There are people out there who are changing things, fighting back against the Barons. This was only a small part.
Fighting Barons will get you shot, Cress.
I'm kind of curious what would happen if Cress saw real stars.
There's enough tragedies in the lowers to fill stacks of tawdry magazines. They usually end with, "They died doing the right thing."
You said it yourself. You don't win against the Barons by playing by the rules. Hey, Gia. Thanks. I know you're really just looking to polish your rep, but you did good today.
Look, you've done me a lot of favors lately. With the past year, with my car, and with Zio. This was the least I could do.
Don't get mushy on me. Anyway, we should get back.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Behind that propaganda piece about the general, there's a hidden shelf concealed in the wall. It's full of trashy glam mags about movie actors. In other words, pure bourgeois. Star Scoop, February 1936. All the sun's rays. A day in the life of Apollo Diamond.
What a name.
And wowza, is that Apollo with Mae West on his arm? For shame, Sonny. She's old enough to be your auntie.
But it's Mae West.
A magazine? What is this twaddle doing in a library, for heaven's sake?
Not now, Nelly.
Star Scoop, May 1937. Apollo Diamond, on the town. Apollo, despite that sharp wardrobe and his prep school palaver, was surprisingly modest when asked about his thoughts on the Big Apple. Coming to the city was a big shock, but in no time, the people of New York accepted me as a genuine Knickerbocker. New York fans are the best fans in the world.
Yet another article on that actor?
Star Scoop, July 1936. His life among the heavens. A deep dive on Apollo Diamond. Apollo's a good boy, a real mensch. Apollo's first agent, Morris Galecki, recounted fondly from his office in the lowers. Looking at him now, you'd never know he was once a little pisher from the neighborhood. Apollo Diamond? A local? Is that so? Didn't that other article say he was from out of town?
He had a good press agent.
Hey, college girl. We've got more important things to do than think about some pretty boy movie star. Just drop it, okay?
Too much drama for me.
Okay. Alright, let's head back to White Street. Ooh. Cool. And we've got the safe house there if we absolutely need it, which is great. But we are heading here.
Gia, I think we should tell her the whole truth.
You want to get her killed?
I just feel like if it were my mother, she'd be happier. Her life would be easier knowing I was safe.
You think she'd want to know? Even if she might die for knowing?
I'd hope so.
Maybe I should ask her more about this later. But now isn't the time. I knock on the front door, and the woman answers, cold and ready for ill news.
Did you find him?
Tell her that her son died a hero, give her the signing bonus, or tell her the truth. Let's tell her the truth and then give her the signing bonus. Can that actually happen?
It goes against my better instincts, but maybe Nellie was right. I found him. He's deserted from the military. There's an odd pause while she stares at me, her face inscrutable. Years of loss and hardship had tempered her reaction to tragedy.
I'm glad you told the truth. The Whitecaps just came by and told me my son had gone missing. An awful lot of threats as well. I wasn't sure what to believe.
Ooh, that's a good thing we told her the truth instead of saying that he had died. A hero.
He's safe for now. He says thanks for the scarf, and he wanted you to have his signing bonus.
Keep it. You ought to be rewarded for your hard work.
Thank you.
So, where is he?
I don't know. I think telling her where he went would be a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and withhold that information. She knows that he's safe. He can come and find her on his own time. You know what I mean?
I think it would be better if you didn't know that.
If you won't help me, I'll find someone who will. That was hard, but you kept your word.
That's about a half and half, right? I mean, I'll take it. Alright, the loose thread. We traveled to the meeting point, and now we get to help Needles out. How are we on everything in the car? I think we're okay. Yes, indeedy. Okay. Got the repair kit. Trunk storage. Let's go ahead and put, yeah, all the repair kits there. And hopefully we can sell that, yeah, for $40. That would be optimal.
Stick close. I'll meet you after we're done.
Yeah. Don't keep me waiting all night.
Needles is already there, leaning against a light post, stubbing out second thoughts and his last smoke. He's taken aback.
What the hell is that?
It's a car. What do you think it is?
No. What the hell is that? Where the hell is the Chimera?
Rip Chimera.
She's gone.
Don't kid.
He waits for a punchline. I let the joke go stale.
Sorry. Condolences. To Chimera. Beautiful machine. Wherever she is.
Rest in pieces.
Forget the car. You got my uniform.
Here. Invite's in the pocket. Get changed? We'll see how you look.
Turn around. Block the view, will you? With a devious smile, equal parts poison and sugar, the scoundrel turns his back and taps his foot till I finally pull on the suit. My identity fades into a neatly pressed uniform. There's not a whiff of bleach or a stitch out of place, but Piotr clicks his tongue like it's painted in stains.
Shoulder's too loose.
Oh, yeah, he is a tailor, so he would be critical of that, wouldn't he?
He slowly runs his hand along my arm up to my neck, checking for faults with gentle fingers. Needles, the fit's fine. No one's noticing unless you draw attention to it.
Man, Gia's got some Admiral Dalla from Star Wars energy. Like, cleans up into a pretty awesome looking kind of Imperial officer.
You forget where we're going? Top brass affair. Anyone who'd notice will be there. They see you in sloppy attire, they'll have you cleaning guns all night instead of grabbing maps.
Then we'll fix it later. Right now, we gotta make the entry time.
Select location to view details. Enter the gala. Steal the maps, get outside. Mm-hmm. Just
There's
like Andor.
not a lot of green in the lowers, but Santa Anita is one of the exceptions. After stashing my car in the overgrowth, Needles and I go through final checks, like remembering the steps to an old dance.
Hold still. I'm straight. Stop fidgeting, Lieutenant Florence. This damn shoulder stitch.
Then, Sergeant Ivan Ivanovich, better make it a rush job. We're running late. How'd you get hold of an officer uniform anyway? Doesn't feel like one of yours.
Aw, still know my work. And didn't have enough time to make two. And to trade the laundromat owner. Cost me a very nice suit with silk. Отлично. Beautiful.
He smooths the wrinkles off my shoulders and steps back to appreciate his work. A uniform as fitted as his, but a rank higher in stripes.
Congrats on your promotion.
There. Now, play one of Eli's elite officers.
Are you giving an order to your commanding officer, Sergeant?
No, sir. Excellent bark, sir. Remember, act like a bloodthirsty sadist who wrecks everything around you. Basically, just be 8-shot.
My jaw pops. I should have shaken it off, but routine had lowered my guard enough to make the sucker punch dash red spots across my vision. Enough. Look, I never asked to be called 8-shot. A whole lot happened that day that I didn't want to happen. You can't keep blaming me.
I can blame who I want. 8-shot's your rep, not mine.
You damn well know that's not who I am.
Principles or reliability?
Who do you recall getting us more repeat clients? I distinctly remember when you said Mrs. Wong's crates were a lost cause.
They were halfway to Europe.
Yeah, and who got him back? I got us a steady gig for 3 months. And you sure as hell didn't consider me unreliable when I spent all night helping you swap those statues at the museum.
I get it. I'll try to lay off. At least until we're done.
We're in for a long night, Needles. Don't make me shoot you before we get those maps.
Anyway, the job.
I'm not hearing a I won't.
Play soldier till you find the maps. You signal me, I kill the lights, you grab the maps, we make for the window. Then we're free as a breeze, nice and easy, like old times. The only thing missing is...
Zio. We share a pained look, and I'm flung into a memory. The last good memory I had of the three of us.
Hey, Painting.
This job's a career maker, Principessa. John Valentine's big, bigger than anything you've done before. You pull this off, Giovanna Randazzo can stand on her own.
He's like if the Godfather had Force ghosts.
Mr. Blanc had him on something else in High Cloud that day. But Zio trusted me to handle the job with a whale, a client who might have made us kings.
You will go to the Brooklyn system.
I still think about what he said. You're nothing without your reputation.
He said that, but we both know Alfonso leaned on his charm. Peddled more of his crap being glib than his rep ever did.
It was good enough for you. I distinctly remember you telling him to practice his Russian on someone else. He had you singing in a week.
No Russian.
He saved it for cards. Made up for having to listen to his god-awful accent. Felt I could always count on you playing too. Gave my ears a break.
You remember a lot for someone who said he wanted to forget.
It was from before we got matching scars, Malaya.
It's a bittersweet reminder. A temptation to linger or lean closer. But I'm pulled into another memory. I'm standing with 2 glasses of booze at Zio's headstone. Piotr was off getting loaded at every dive he could find. Why'd you skip the funeral, Piotr? His eyes shut. Whatever closeness Zio's memory gave us vanishes.
You want to spend the night chit-chatting? No? Then let's go. Uniform's good.
Fine. We've got a party to hit.
Ooh. Landscaping, train cars.
Everything runs quiet here. Despite its past, this is orderly ground. Doubt Eli would settle for anything less than perfection. They say the ink on the peace treaty was still wet when the bomb went off. Took out most of the old guard and any remaining sense of honor among their rank. White Street salvaged train cars when they went the way of the horse carriage. Ripped out the insides for parts and repackaged the bodies into buildings. With Eli's war heating up, I doubt the other baronies are turning a blind eye. Any one of them could be next.
Hey, Wayne.
Compared to the steady murmur of voices and revelry up the hill, the train cars building might as well be a wallflower. Quiet, unassuming, and far away enough that no one would notice if I took a quick peek inside.
10 or better. 10 or better. No.
It's a flimsy lock. I should have cracked it as easily as an egg, but my pick scraped the metal like nails down a chalkboard. A stuttering guard's voice sounds off around the corner. I dust and leave her with nothing more than a ghost story.
Ooh, our heat went up. That's not good. Okay. Gotta stay cool.
We step into a vision of order, unity, and victory. Streaming banners, pristine uniforms, success stories painted on the walls. White Street's officers are lush on the atmosphere as much as the drinks.
Attention! The General!
Dozens of boots all stomp into form. Perfect, immediate obedience for the man at the top of the stairs. The Baron of White Street, General Eli Tillinghast.
My friends, tonight is for you. Tonight we celebrate our victories. As we speak, our forces liberate the islands of Fresh Pond Park, returning them to their true home in White Street. This city is a cesspool. For too long, its people have drowned in complacency, greed, and filth. Through our efforts, we will save them. We will give clean water, purpose, order, and above all else, a future. Look around you. The Lodge was once the place of our greatest betrayal, a bombed-out monument of futile calls for peace. Now, it is a symbol of rebirth, thanks to our new Aether, thanks to you.
Yay!
He strides down the stairs, each step a victory, each step assured and heavy. He scans the room with a smug smile and enters into the crowd.
Each of you have sacrificed much, have fought hard and longed for a brighter future. Sir, what future do you see?
A future where we finally bring peace to the lowers.
Excellent. Peace is within our grasp, and then all this useless bloodshed can end. And you, Lieutenant, what is the future you see?
The General lays a gloved hand on my shoulder, firm and blistering. His eyes focus on me alone like a dozen spotlights. I sweat under the heat of his glare.
Ooh. Alright, 7 or better. Duh.
Sir, White Street will be an inspiration to the lowers. No more will we... His gaze sears me. My nerves lock up, scattering my words like ashes in the wind. I flounder to recapture them until the silence is broken by a well-timed snicker.
Do you have something to say to your superior, Sergeant?
No, sir. Apologies, sir.
Needles freezes into a picture of ashamed, obedient penitence, released only with the wave of the General's hand. Needles' fingers crook at the air, a nervous tick for everyone else, a warning to hurry for me.
Yeah.
Damn it. What was I saying again? Sir, White Street will be an inspiration to the lowers. No more will we suffer rot and complacency. No more will we struggle to breathe. We'll lead the city to a promising new future.
Well spoken, Lieutenant. They call us monsters, tyrants, warmongers. They're wrong. We fight only to defend this city against the muck. We will preserve civilization while restoring it to its past glory. However, tonight, you will drink, rest, converse amongst your comrades. Look forward to a future where these nights are common. At ease.
Oh, God. Okay. Thank you, Needles.
Our way out. Hate leaving someone else in charge of the exit plan, especially if it's Needles. God sent an angel of death the day of the bombing, and White Street kept her as a reminder, a memorial to those lost that day.
We lost good men that day. Every one of them. Among our best.
I don't hear the older officer's approach until he's at my shoulder. His voice is a light touch against the pomp of the lodge trumpets.
My best friend, Rogerson, was among them. He fought to be in the room that day. Was convinced only he could negotiate true peace. He still serves, but as an ugly reminder of that day. What do you think of it, Lieutenant?
Eye-opening, sir. Seeing the damage tells me more than a speech ever did.
An insightful observation. I was in the lodge before the bombing. We shared a bottle of whiskey on the stairs and a toast to an end of conflict. It is difficult to imagine the same toast today.
But you did grow that amazing mustache.
Thank you for listening to an old soldier reminisce. Go enjoy yourself. The General's orders.
Okay, I know we probably need to get right to it, but we need to talk to everyone. Even if it could worsen our chances.
I should have been assigned the Dreamland mission. I've been dreaming of making Swiss out of Marm's little dough since the day I joined.
You will not speak. You will not think. And next time you will bite your tongue before you spread fanciful stories about an escape from the tomb. Am I clear, soldier?
You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
A group of red-faced officers emerge from the door to cool off with champagne and socialization. The door swings shut without a click.
Oh.
Who? Gregson's girl? I keep telling her not to wait up late, but she won't hear it. I told her he's working overtime to track down that missing train shipment, and she said...
Did you hear about what happened to Sergeant Major Lutzko? Someone ought to put a muzzle on those intelligence mutts.
Oh, what happened to Let's Go? Uh-oh.
I can taste dollar signs just by looking at the bubbly flutes. From the faded bottle labels, White Street's been waiting to put these out for a long time. One of the tables is a picked-over patch of empty glasses and half-finished trays, but not everything's been touched. A lone bottle of champagne sits on the corner of the table.
Champagne. Well, our rolls have already been horrible. Oh, God.
I find an opening in the form of a drunken lieutenant being gently guided outside. While his stumbling steps block the table, I sweep past, snatching at the bottle. I hit it with the grace of a blindfolded burglar.
I am having a day, guys.
The bottle hits the floor with a damning thunk, leaving me to dodge judgmental glares and questions about my sobriety. None of them hit as hard as the passing whisper in my ear.
Hey, I said no pinching.
Eat.
Since when do you get stage jitters, Florence?
Didn't expect the general to walk right up to me, Ivanovich.
And my dice suck.
Wouldn't be a job with you if something didn't go wrong.
Through a crack in the door, I spy freshly drawn battle maps stuck to the table by a fistful of pins. All that's left to do is call Needles.
Is there any...
Why are we even waiting to invade? Everyone knows they're too bloated. We should strike now, before that old hag dies. The does are all bear cats. If we let Marm's second take over, they'll maul us. The does are all bear cats. If we let Marm's second take over, they'll maul...
Okay. I think that is everything.
Through a crack in the door, I meet Needle's Eye from across the room filled with uniforms and firearms. He gives me the signal while he fades from the crowd to do his part. My muscles tense as I angle for the door. The lodge goes dark. The officers fight to control the ensuing chaos. Meanwhile, I rush the map room, swipe the maps, and return to the halls faster than a blink. Needles is just as quick, already at the window.
To the wall! Escape!
Needles, where's that damn rope? Something glints. The barrel of a gun drives into my gut. His breath's hot, daring me to move.
The maps ain't shut.
Oh, Needles.
Bastardo. Why?
Why? For your screw up. For the torture. For getting Alfonso killed. Pick one.
Wow.
I saved you. He doesn't move. Blood pounds my ears. I remember why I didn't want to go to Needles while I shoved the maps into him. I hate that I trusted this man. But more than that, I hate how I had no choice.
Hurt Needles, tell Needles to back down, threaten Needles.
Don't do this. It's not too late, Pyotr. I feel the tremor of his arm and imagine his face in the dark, grappling with if I was right. Before an answer, an apology, or even a goodbye, he's gone. I bury the hurt of betrayal under 6 feet of urgency as the lights switch on and I head for the exit. The only thing blocking my way is a junior officer.
Halt! Everybody stays inside until the lodge has been properly swept.
Claim I have to leave for the Dreamland mission? Oh yeah, we unlocked that, didn't we?
Step aside. I need to check the status of the Dreamland operation. We need to know if they're behind the blackout.
Understood. Good luck out there. Shoot an extra doe or two for the rest of us.
It's a smooth exit. My heartbeat slows to a comfortable tempo as I hear nothing but fading murmurs. I'm clear.
Oh.
I get a whiff of sweet relief, but my breath catches at a pack of White Street officers. They don't see me. Their fangs are already bared at the man cornered between them.
Well, hi, Needles. You got yourself in a bit of a pickle, didn't you?
Let's try this again. Where were you running off to?
Out for a smoke. Need the details of my piss, too? The itch I got from the bushes?
Check him.
The teeth come down. Needles flinches. He's fighting to keep that cocksure glare, but I see the whites of his eyes. He knows he's one bad move away from a dead man. It's the second time I've seen Needles make that face. The second time I've had to decide whether to risk myself by grabbing his hand. If I don't run now, I lose my exit. If I do, I leave Needles for dead. Just like back then, I only get to pick one.
I hope you had your nice little tiff there, Needles. Don't make us regret this.
Damn it. I couldn't leave Needles then. I can't now.
You. What are you doing with that man?
Sir, we found him sneaking about while on patrol.
Let him go. He's one of our test infiltrators. We're conducting a security drill on response times. We're checking how long it takes soldiers to suspect that think face.
The officer's hand only tightens on his side piece. This guy isn't a greenhorn. He's not letting a suspect go without good cause.
All right, 5 or better.
Ivanovich, you're late for Operation Fox. Clean yourself up before I report you for your disgraceful attire. An urgent message to play along strains through my soldierly disguise. Needles receives it. Shaking off the officers like he hadn't been seconds from a bullet, he marches up and checks my pristine lapels.
Whose fault is that? Where the hell were you, Florence? You should have stopped them before they split my lip.
Enjoying the show? You deserve more than a little sweat.
You're insufferable. Let me guess. Trying to stop smoking again.
Enough! You can settle your disagreements in lockup with the help of your commanding officer.
I shove Needles at the tree line. He takes the fall, dragging me with him. We hit the underbrush before the officers realize we're not letting ourselves be taken in for questioning. We squeeze into a large, hollowed tree while patrols run past our hiding spot. We're pushed together while we listen for a chance to bolt, but our pounding hearts fill the space.
What the hell were you thinking? You did this last time! You played hero and everything went to hell! Why'd you have to come back?
That what this is about? You trying to make me feel bad I saved you? I don't pick cargo over my crew, remember?
Yeah, I...
Love you.
Save it. You owe me double. You're going to pay up, and then you're going to get the hell out of my sight. Needle's response hangs from his mouth. Insult, retort, plea, apology. I don't find out what. He shuts his mouth and locks it away behind a tight knot.
Yeah, I may need to go buy a lotto ticket after this stream, just to... if that's gonna happen, if the luck swings the other way, right?
In this line of work, sometimes the best outcome you get is the one where everyone walks away. First chance I get, I'm dropping you off. You can find your own way back. Just don't get killed.
Oof. Well, oh.
Damn it! They brought reinforcements!
Damn-o. Memory lane wasn't bad enough. I needed to get shot at with you again.
Like old times.
Then you shouldn't have torpedoed the escape plan. Need to find another route.
What the hell did you two do? The whole island's lit up.
Later.
Oh my god. Okay. That's a bystander. That's a bystander. That's a bystander. Well, we get to try out the shotgun, so that's good, I would say. Or actually, let's drop down here and deal with the officers. Whee! Man, we, can head down here. Hit the brakes. Good stuff. Okay, Chris. Now, let's see what you can pull off. You don't have a whole lot of weapons on you. You've got your caltrops and... well, let's drop... yeah, let's just hit the brakes. And... heal up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we're separated. Oh, they can actually jump. That's not good.
cruising for a bruising.
Oh my god, the cabbie's back. Why? Why you gotta do that, cabbie? Alright, first things first. And then... Cool. And I can't jump. So I'm going to go ahead and let them deal with that. Okay, Cress. Oh, this is omnidirectional. Cool. Yeah. Man, she can be tanky when she wants to be. Yep. And we're back. Do we just have... Oh no, the officer. Well, that's unfortunate for you. And we're gonna probably just go ahead and box you in. Zero, 3. Sure.
There's our exit.
Ah, victory! What do we get? Ooh. Cigars, a machine gun, matchbook, and scrap metal. I mean, we could definitely sell that. Let's put the cigars. I'm gonna put the poker chip in Cress's glove box, and we're gonna put the cigars in the storage. Yeah. And re-roll the smooth talker check. That would have been nice. Each weapon type can only be equipped to a matching vehicle slot. Heavy weapons can only be equipped on larger vehicles. And undercarriage weapons. We all...
Stop.
Oh.
Here's good. I got a hidey hole. You should dust.
He's gone the moment I take my eyes off him, but Piotr's voice trails back like cigarette smoke.
Don't get yourself killed, Milaya.
Cress pulls up shortly after. One appraising look later, she settles into the cooling seat.
So, rough night.
Yeah,
How you holding up?
we made it out alive and I got paid. That's better than our last job.
$200. And some level up. So let's get our gumshoe upgraded. And what do we need here? Mass repair. Mm-hmm. And we've got no quests tracked currently. I guess we could probably go to the ferry. Yeah, might as well. Wow.
Ahead of me, a White Street supply van hits a wire trap and careens off the road in a shower of sparks. Garbed in rags and desperation, a gang of scrappers crawl from their hiding places and descend on the metal carcass.
8 or better. Lie low. There we go.
With a flick of my wrist, I cut the engine. Lost in the throes of their ravaging, none of the scrappers pay me any mind. I'm caught off guard by the desperate shouts of the White Street driver, who darts from the van, his leg bent at an unseemly angle. The scrappers turn their attention to him.
Oh, boxcars.
I lay into the horn, drawing the attention of the scrappers just long enough for the driver to slip away. The closest scrapper breaks into a run, making a beeline for my door. I start the engine and floor it. These carrion birds want to fight. I'll give them one.
But
these scrappers are getting bold. This will attract some attention.
Bottom feeder. Bottom feeder. Okay. Oh, sorry, Cress. I'd have to keep track of that. That is unfortunate. We'll do... and then heal ourselves. Good stuff. Well, allow me to retort.
Made it through, but now there's a target on my back. Great.
I don't need any more heat. The heat is on. Created components, a wad of grease, and a shotgun. Okay, looks like we can go back to the lowers now, which is awesome. I would like...
Mr. Dazzo, before I forget, another package arrived for you.
Package? I didn't order anything.
Ain't my business. Just letting you know.
You said another?
Yes, ma'am. That's the 5th one in 2 days. Good thing you got that Heights girl to collect them for you. Here you are.
It's a big, mysterious wooden box. The kind you check for hidden wires or a whiff of gunpowder. What I find rocks my feet just as hard as any explosive. A shipping label addressed to 8-Shot Randazzo. Where's Nellie?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
Damn it. I gotta find the kid. Cress should have helped get Nellie set up by now. She'll know where to look.
Yeah, well, we need to lose our heat and sell our stuff. Okay. That's a light weapon. Light weapon. Well, actually, it might be... Let's sell the signing bonus. And I don't know about the poker chip. It seems like that may pay off for us a little bit later, so we're going to keep that. Let's put the matchbook and the wad of grease into the Cress's truck. And a crate of components. And a crate of cigars. We got $711, guys. That's pretty good. Weapon tuner. A tuning system that can improve damage capabilities of vehicle-mounted weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this license plate just because I'm curious about it. It'd be cool if we could actually install that onto the car. Alright, let's change vehicle parts. We've got a prisoner transport now. If we want to go ahead. Ooh, we got a heavy weapon Gatling gun. That's nice. Can we uninstall that? Because I would love to be able to put that on Cress's car. But, or do you not have, like, any kind of weapon? No, you're pure support, aren't you? Well... Okay. That's okay. Yeah, we already have the machine gun, which is projectile damage of 4, projectile damage of 5. The weight is... Oh, we can't do 2 machine guns. I forgot about that. Alright. Well, if that's the case, let's repair.
Cress, you seen Nellie?
Yeah, I've seen her. Your client came to drop off rent. You had my ears off about ventilation and cleaning out the planters.
Oh God, she cleaned!
You're tense. Everything good, Gia?
No.
Okay. Do we have anything in the stash? Oh, we do have some stuff in the stash. We've got the caltrips, we've got the jumping repulsors. I don't know if... let's grab the shotgun. Let's waste not, want not. There's no defensive weapon here, so we'll go ahead and we'll equip the Gatling gun here. That's fine. We may buy that other arm that we saw at the fences for this. And man, those efficient repulsors give us +3, and the heat's discreet. No. We'll stick with what we got. Let's sell all this off. I'll sell the caltrops. I'll even... I may want to keep the machine gun for a rainy day. Yeah. That's fine. Money, money, money. We'll put the machine gun in the stash, because it is green quality, so...
There you are.
Offer mission items. What?
I found some things that are more unique. Mind taking a look?
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found, Mishichu?
Oh. Top shelf liquor. That's interesting. I mean, do we need these anymore? These are key items.
That's all.
I'll hold off on that for right now.
See if anything catches your eye. So long.
Oh wait, I was gonna... Whoops, sorry. I was gonna go ahead and buy this. The weapon tuner. So now Cress will be able to heal as well as make our weapons more deadly. That's pretty cool, I would say. A little bit of everything. Unload.
While the Joneses have their gilded wallpaper, all I have is a head full of some days. Unfortunately, dreams don't provide much of a view when your eyes are open.
Yeah, we've already looked through all of this. I keep on hitting escape, thinking that'll take me out of this. Nellie has a lab now!
I stalk the rows of dim glass panes and dead brown fields like a specter in search of a soul who wronged me. Maybe she has, but the voice that drifts through the cracked door is more delighted squeal than malevolent cackle. I all but storm her lair. It's hot. The blood to my head, the sweat in my gloves, the sticky air of a previously dark and gloomy greenhouse.
Now for the... Oh! Gia, I'm so glad you came. I'm not finished setting up yet, but I'm getting close.
Why, you little...
What the hell is all this?
I'm setting up shop. By shop, of course, I mean research laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
The scent of decades-old mulch is a kick to my senses. It's still not enough to make me forget why I'm here. Nellie's chalkboard is crammed to the edges with physics equations and calculations and all sorts of mathematical junk I can't begin to parse.
Nellie is mathlexic, much like myself.
The corner's a hill's worth of aged crates and rusted farm tools. It wouldn't be the first thing carelessly thrown around.
So, what do you think?
A package arrived for me. Or should I say, for you. If I had any doubts about who was using my name, they're stomped flat by the recognition barreling off Nellie's face. My face fights to stay calm.
Oh, wonderful! That's the Aether capacitor I was waiting for.
Nellie, why are you making orders under my name?
Oh, well, to stop the well, I need lab supplies. To get supplies, I need people willing to sell to me. I noticed how much weight your name carried in the lowers, so I borrowed it to help grease the wheels, so to speak.
Oh my god, Gia. Check your credit report.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. I probably should have asked. You're not angry, are you?
I slam the package on the table. The blast of sound rattles the windows, freezing the kid to the floor. Angry doesn't cover it. You can't go throwing the name 8-Shot around.
What? But other people call you that all the time. Like Bear. And Needles, too.
What do you think 8-Shot means?
Well, your revolver has 7 shots, so I thought...
You thought nothing. Didn't stop and think why people get heated over my name?
I didn't. I'm so sorry. I truly am. I had no idea it would cause you so much trouble.
Molten protest scorches my throat. I want to snarl where this oblivious airhead can stick her apology, but the words sputter out, doused by a second of clarity. You don't know anything. A sudden weight presses down on my shoulders. I barely feel the splinters as I take a seat. It isn't until I wave my hat at the opposite crate that the kid sits too.
Oh, we're about to get some story time.
A job went sideways. My job. Needles and I were moving cargo for a big shot. It should have been a career maker. But we messed up. We drew fire and I had to make a call that cost us the cargo. Knew there'd be consequences. Just didn't know how bad they'd be. It was my screw-up, but Zio Alfonso insisted he come along to give our client, Valentine, the bad news. He told me not to say a word. Not about the shipment, not about Needles. Not that I was the one behind the wheel. I've run through that day 1,000,000 times in my head. I should have had a back door, a way out when things turned sour. If only. The room was cold. Valentine sat there like a judge waiting for his end-of-day docket. He was calm at first. He asked what went wrong, whose fault it all was. Zio stepped forward, ready to take the blame. He tried to explain it all away. He could talk his way out of anything. Then, he couldn't. I don't remember the last thing he said before I felt his chest go still. Dark silhouettes slither out from the black spots in my vision. I see him on the floor. I feel the cold. I hear his last, frightened breath rattle out of his throat.
Gia, are you okay?
No.
Don't interrupt my inner monologue.
Clean that up before you go. I don't want him staining the floor.
John Valentine, the butcher of Southtown, savior of the 7 uprisings, richer than kings. My big break. A man they said was untouchable. I decided to test that theory. I emptied my revolver into him, right there. I emptied every cylinder, All 7 shots hit their mark. But it wasn't enough. It was the 8th shot that turned me into the monster. My fingers twitch under a phantom recoil, kicking me back to the present. Instead of a skyscraper with 2 cooling bodies, I'm back in a dingy greenhouse with a wide-eyed girl.
What happened after that?
My fingers twitch again. I haven't missed a cigarette this much since my apartment flooded.
God, that reminds me of the movie The Big Red One, where Mark Hamill's character, when they liberate a concentration camp, and he gets a realization of what actually happened, he finds that there's a Nazi soldier hiding in one of the ovens, and he shoots him, and just keeps on shooting him. He empties his rifle out, and then just keeps on reloading and firing, reloading and firing. And then Lee Marvin's character comes over to see what happens, and Mark Hamill's character has ran out of bullets, and he's looking around, and Lee Marvin, who's his superior officer, his squad leader, basically hands him another thing of rounds so he can keep on doing it. That's kind of what that reminded me of.
I got out.
They just let you go? After you took out their employer?
Didn't realize their boss was dead yet. Probably thought he was the one holding the gun. And they were busy finishing up with someone else. I wasn't the only one who had to report in. Except while Zio and I got the big man, Needles had to answer to a knife. Neither of us walked out of there unscathed. Between the job gone wrong, Zio, Valentine's goons, and our falling out, Piotr had plenty of reason to be mad. I just hate that the reason he owed me his life was the same reason he resented me. Didn't end with Valentine. He wasn't a baron, but he was a man of the city in his own right. Enough people wanted him avenged.
And they're still after you? Is that why your name's so dangerous?
Not as much as there used to be, but I try not to invite trouble. I might have become 8-shot when I killed Valentine, but I hadn't cemented its meaning until I put enough bullets into everyone sent after me. I lost my rep, my name. That's what. In this line of work, all it takes is one bad job to wipe years of goodwill.
But that's not fair. He killed your uncle.
Think about it, Professor. If one of your colleagues snapped and killed the dean, you think anyone would care why?
I suppose not.
That's right. Because as far as anyone cares, I screwed up a job and killed my client. That's enough to scare off anyone. And while some respect the name, most don't. Sure, it might have some pull in this part of town, but it's not a badge of honor. It's a reminder of one of the darkest days in my life.
Oh, Gia. I'm so sorry.
She smiles and the sun comes out. The dark days of the past fade back where they belong.
And I'll register an official address and sign for my own packages from now on.
There you go. That's all we really needed.
You better, Principessa.
Okay.
Nellie's chalkboard.
I don't know if there's anything else. Can we...
Yes?
Oh.
A lab, huh? This where you're going to fix the well?
Yes. Once I finish setting up, I'll need to reconstruct my notes. I've already written down the most important parts, but I'll need time to integrate the new data, and proper equipment to start prototyping, of course. At the very least, I'll need an etheric counter, paneling, coiling, and a complete toolkit. Fortunately, I've gotten a head start. Cress won't mind the mess, will she?
Just don't break any windows. I thought you lost your money with the briefcase. Where'd you get the cash for this place?
I earned it. I might not have your talent for smuggling, but no one in the hole knows athonics like me. Compared to solving Morrison's experiment, fixing a light or a wire is trivial. And sometimes I make shopping runs or watch pets.
And no one's given you any trouble?
Well, not everyone's friendly, but whenever things start turning ugly, I just say I know 8. I know you, and they leave me alone. You're pretty famous around here, you know.
Wow.
Doubt this place is what you're used to.
It's nice, spacious, and it has excellent ventilation, for an old greenhouse, that is. Once I finish decluttering and decontaminating all the surfaces, I'm sure it'll start feeling homey.
Hope you got a lot of Clorox wipes.
It's so exciting. I've never had a space to truly make my own. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
That's the last of the jobs I had lined up.
Oop.
I should catch up with Tiana while I've got air.
Mm-hmm.
Stravo.
By so.
Stravo.
This is a point of no return. You're about to start the final mission of White Street, which will permanently close off White Street Island and any remaining missions. Are you sure you're ready to continue? Oh, God. Well, thanks for the
That's all.
reminder.
Happy hunting.
Glad that we know that. Let's head back and see if there's anything else here in White Street. Because there's some other areas that are, like, locked down. Yeah. Other locations are locked and... There is one... Okay, here's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go to a safe house. And deal with this.
Drifting along that sea of traffic. A great current of aethermobiles. Glossy panels glinting in the sun like silver schools of fish. Floating along, you get careless. The mind starts to float too. And then, I catch the flash of lights in my rear view. I signal and pull over, shaking my head to clear away the road daze. A White Street officer raps on my window and I lower it. He is tall and sharp and stands stiffly in his crisp whites. He's an overstarched napkin, like the sort you'd find folded into a crane over your dinner plate at a ritzy bar.
Miss, do you know how fast you were driving back there? Too fast. You were flying down that road.
I don't have the jumping repulsors, though.
It's illegal and reckless, so I'm going to have to write you a ticket.
6 or better? Yeah. I'll never do it again, officer.
I'm real sorry about that, officer. Give me another chance and I'll do better. Honest. I knit my brows together and try my best to look sorry.
Why should I believe you?
I thought White Street's all about second chances. Unless you're saying Eli's speeches are all a crock.
Ooh.
No. I mean, I would never suggest such a thing. The White Street message of reform is something we take quite seriously, miss.
Well, in that case, think you could let me off with a warning just this once? It'll get me out of your hair, and I promise I'll be more careful. He lets out a long, tired sigh.
Go on. But just this once. Understood.
You got it, officer. The officer in the starchy uniform strides back to his cruiser, a little less crisp and upstanding after having bent the rules for me.
Okay, can we go back to the lodge? I kind of want to check out all the other locations. Okay, nothing here. There are some side missions on the game. We have done them. So might as well explore all the island while we can.
Tinker's Repairs and General Goods is a well-known...
You buying?
Show me what you've got.
Prices like these should be illegal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the machine gun, small storage compartment, light armor, heat-proof shielding.
Watch your back out there.
Now that we know we don't need to go there.
Confortola is infamous in the Sicilian community. Not only is his kitchen the best place to get fresh olive oil, he's also known to stock a few more peculiar goods in his warehouse. And he's always willing to cover for someone with even a passing connection to the old country, for a price. Confortola's is by far the best place to crash until the dust clears. It's clean and quiet, and usually comes with a hot meal and a drink or two on the house. When the law's breathing down my neck, it's the first place I think of.
Oh God. Do we want to poke around for anything valuable? Sure, what could go wrong? Not this time.
A few minutes of idle searching reveals something wedged against the wall behind a corner table.
Oh, some more knuckle dusters. Alright, Hero's Arch we've already been to. But we're just kind of doing a last little... Oh, rest in peace, Chimera. Back to the islands. That's an interesting bug. Okay, they're just hanging out. The dice are being more well-behaved, which means that they'll let me down when I least expect it. Abandoned Aether rig, we already did that. Already went to the promenade. Went to the prison. North, okay, the harbor. Might as well just check all the safe houses and see.
Miss, clear skies to you.
Alright, here we go. I guess I could have done that here at the hole.
Stravo. If you can't find someone to clear out the warehouse before they arrive, I expect you have the survival instinct to do it yourself. Prioritize guns, clean water, anything that can be moved quickly.
What just happened?
Ah, Stravo, Giovanna.
Oh.
Come, I'll open the wine.
She was talking to someone else.
Tiana used to trade her imported smokes for information mixed with good conversation. When I converted the cigarettes into a demon on my back, we swapped vices. I take my seat while Tiana produces a bottle with just the right number of zeros attached to it. She starts me off with a finger's worth. How much did you make up our last chat again?
Don't pout. You know the rules.
Mel,
You
thanks for that.
supply the conversation. I supply the wine.
Thanks for that YouTube sub. And Goku, thank you.
Fine. What do you want to know this time?
Tell me, how is White Street?
You should already know. You've got people out there.
Oh, Giovanna. I do not hire them for their conversational skills. Paint me a picture of it all.
A thought occurs to me at the same time a grin escapes the corner of my mouth. You're blind. You really don't know.
I see more than you do, Machichu.
It's bleak, with the renewed war effort and red Aether and increased arrests. It's only going to get worse.
It does not take the sight to see that. Eli's become too proud to accept that he's past his prime. White Street will never again reach those heights they once did.
Even with those weapons you had me swipe?
If wars were decided by a few crates of guns, the lowers would be a far less profitable place. His red Aether provides opportunity, and many have watched Eli with a dark fascination.
Like you. Tiana's smile glints gold in the yellow light of her parlor. I wonder how many of those terrible weapons have suddenly appeared in one of her many warehouses across the lowers. She refills my glass, and we share a drink over chatter, though it's not long before I find a common thread woven within her questioning. I know I haven't traveled much lately, but I do know more than just White Street. What are you not telling me? Her manicured finger dances around the rim of her glass, while her silent eyes dangle my own question in the air in front of me like string on a cat's nose.
Ah, you are a good investment, Mishichu. And this information is old anyway.
How generous of you.
Not at all. You're lucky, you know, that you finished your business in White Street when you did. An order went out last night. All able-bodied citizens are to report for draft.
Oh, God.
I feel a black glove yank my stomach into my throat. It started like this last time, too.
All citizens report for the draft?
Those who do not report are to be considered disloyal.
Eli's starting another purge. I need to talk to Cress.
Yep.
You don't seem too cut up about the whole thing. A pained expression contorts her face. She puffs on her cigarette petulantly.
Don't be cruel.
And you knew, didn't you? Before the order even came out. You couldn't have given me a heads up? Even Cress? Or were you too busy?
Do not make me the villain, Giovanna. You were down there. If you didn't see what has been obvious for some time, that is on you.
You know more than you're letting on.
Yes.
Tiana, please. Cress has people down there.
Yeah, we gotta save all of our friendos.
Her narrowed eyes soften.
I know the shooting has already started. I know White Street soldiers are going door to door in the civilian districts. I know that Eli intends this to be his final purge. If Cress has anyone left over there, now would be the time to get them out.
I think of the Raymond district and tell myself Needles would have run before the first shot. If the Whitecaps are in the civilian districts, it won't be long before they delve into the Undercity.
Giovanna.
Okay, we're gonna sell these mission items. I don't think we need them anymore.
I found some things that are more...
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found, Mishichu?
What can you offer me?
I suppose this could be considered.
And here's the letter for Let's Go. I think since we're not going to be coming back to the street anymore.
What can you offer me?
This is something I can move with ease.
Cool.
That's all.
So long.
Ooh, it is all about to kick off here, chat.
My heart floods into my eyes and ears as I run to the garage to find Cress. Maybe there's still time, too. Deaf and blind, I skid through the door to find her hunched over a table, staring at a radio all gone to static. Cress, I just heard from Tiana. It's Eli.
I know.
She's unfocused, agitated, uneasy. Dust meanders in and out of the void between us. What does she mean? Why is she just standing there?
I have another job for you. Pays well. More than anything you've taken since your uncle died. Do it, and I consider us even. For all of it.
Cress, you better not die on us.
Cress?
It's my sponsor. And me. We need you to go back into White Street.
Look, Cress. I can't stay in the dark about this any longer. I risked my neck over that prison break. I did that for you, not some anonymous backseat driver with cash to blow.
Quit pushing it. When everything is over, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Why all the secrecy? This guy threatening you?
No, it's not like that. You'll understand when you meet him. You can shake the answers out of him then. He's a good man, but right now, people need our help.
She's right. If I'm taking this job, we're on a tight deadline. But I can't stop that uneasy itch from spreading over my whole body.
How you doing?
Cress, are you okay?
Dumb question.
I'm fine.
Where's the pickup location? If they're too deep in White Street, it'll be near impossible getting to them.
In the civilian district, there's an old theater. From before Eli banned screenings that weren't propaganda reels. The Western.
I map it out in my head. Sounded doable at least. Less impossible than the other parts of White Street during a purge. Low priority area, less security, lots of routes in and out. Who are these people? And why are they on Eli's hit list?
They're disloyal. Aethenians and others. White Street nobodies. They'd be under notice if Eli wasn't cleaning house. His new weapons? Finally ready for war. So he's removing any chance of a two-front fight.
If they're high on his list, he might be sending more firepower than I can handle.
Nonsense.
I'm not asking you to take on an army. Just to pick up and run. As fast as you can.
Okay, Cress. We'll get them out.
Come on. We need to be there yesterday. Make sure everything's ready to go. We can't afford to detour.
Rendezvous at the Western Theater. Alright, we're all healed up. We've got some good weapons. Yeah. Alright. We are ready to rock and roll. Can we go talk to Nellie about anything?
How can I help?
Nope.
Goodbye for now.
Curtain call. Wow. Saw that coming.
Smoke rises in the distance.
The Western is over there.
We need to be careful. Stay close.
Uh-oh.
No. Not again.
Everything is still. A picture of devastation. The smoke, the bodies, the amber light casting shadows on shades of gray.
Oh no.
Nellie, stay here. I'm going to check if anyone's still alive. Cress?
Yeah, who let out that scream? When you see a character like Cress scream, you know it's bad.
She's already moving, wordlessly racing from body to body, as though there was still time to do anything.
Oh no, that's our buddy.
A young boy, no more than 16. His eyes pale and white. He stares up unendingly into an iron sky. This city has a saying. We all gotta take the final ferry trip someday. I can't give them much, but maybe I can pay their last fare. I flip his coin high, following the arc of his final gaze. Ooh. I had expected a smell, something burnt or tinged, but instead, nothing. Just floating dust and ash dancing. Enough lead was poured into the building to cast a solid mold of the place. This was personal, or the fervor of a madman.
Probably both.
I lean too close, and the small woman raises a hand to touch mine. It's gentle and weak, her cold, soft skin conveying too much in a language I could not understand before falling to the ground, speechless. I gently flip her coin, leaving it in her cooling palm. The tall man is dead, or perhaps it isn't a man at all. I can't make out more than tattered overalls and a color that will forever ruin summer sunsets.
Okay, I thought that was, what's his name?
I flip his fare. Wherever he is, I hope it's somewhere he's whole again. Movement from the epicenter of destruction. My heart squeezes out of every fingertip. I catch my breath and reach for my piece when a voice pierces the quiet.
You. I remember you.
Hey.
Shuffled steps echo in a lonely, offbeat march. But it's the breathing, thin and slow, like a whisper carried by the breeze, that tells me she's already dead.
You came.
Her solemn advance is halted by a short wobble and the start of an inevitable fall. Cress's arms catch her before she hits ground.
Maria! Maria, what happened here? Where is...
Eli. He wanted the underground.
No, this wasn't supposed to happen.
You have to stop him.
Cress moves to say something in return. Anything at all. To speak some final words with her friend. Maria doesn't notice. She's become a recording, determined to play back her message one last time.
He's going to...
She panics as urgency spills out the few heartbeats she has left. Cress pulls the body into her arms.
Alex, is he...
I look at the body that was once a tall man with blue overalls.
Yeah.
There's barely enough to call it a person, but deep down, I know whose pale eyes died reaching for the sky.
Oh man, and she was with child too.
Alex?
I don't know, Maria. I don't...
Cress gives her the only warmth she can. A place to rest her head, and a pair of arms to hold her.
And the baby?
I am heavy. I am the trembling iron ground. I am a warm corpse with no words of comfort.
Baby's all right.
Her final comfort given, Cress closes Maria's eyes and puts her to rest with her husband and friends.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Cress, look, I get it. But first, we need to get out of here. We'll come up with a plan later.
I got a plan. It involves taking the bastard out before he kills any more of us.
I love this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it.
You're not thinking straight. There's an army between you and him. Eli's got a cannon that can take out a crowd in a single shot. Even if you get to him, how are you getting out?
Let me worry about that. You want to walk? Fine. The job's over. But I wasn't doing this for money. So unless you're helping, get out of the way.
I could argue all I want. Tell her I was looking out for her. Try to stop her. It wouldn't change a thing. Just make me a hypocrite. I watch her drive off, not knowing if I'd ever see her again.
Oh no, okay. Cress left the crew.
One last fare. I hope you all find each other on the other side. Empty-handed, smoke fading, I start back towards the car and Nellie. I'm still among the wreckage when the air comes alive. White Street engines growl from every angle.
Hey, Zed.
Gia!
I brake for the car, but their headlights rush me, fencing me in. A harsh beam splits the path between me and Nellie. No time to get to the car. Not without us both getting caught.
Nellie, get out of here!
But Gia!
Drive!
The kid's fighting fresh tears, but she's smart. She takes the wheel. The car lurches down the street like a wounded animal while I throw the Whitecaps a sacrificial lamb. As they pull up, I step into the spotlight.
Well, you showed up after all. A little disappointed, if I'm being honest. I thought the boss behind these traitors would be tougher.
Look, fellas, I don't know who you think I am, but...
Save it for the General. He's been wanting to speak to you for a long time. And don't worry about those friends of yours. They'll be joining you soon.
Are you my mummy?
I'm bound and thrown headfirst into the back of a dark lockbox. Muffled voices drift in through rusted steel.
I thought we were looking for a rat. She don't have vermin eyes.
Don't be stupid. Who puts rats in charge?
Survive capture. Okay.
The door of my prison is thrown open to a blinding light and a company of stoic soldiers.
Move!
The Overlook sits under the crushing shadow of Eli's citadel, surveying the civilian district. Several guards, the general, and a sterile white place setting of fine china and silver contrast the gloom.
On your knees.
Survive Eli's insanity. Wow. Well, while we're on our knees.
The unfeeling steel pulls all the warmth from my body through my knees. A silent jury eagerly waits for judgment to come. If the films about it were true, the Citadel has enough supplies to last a siege 100 years. If I can just get free of these ropes, I could lose the soldiers down there. One look at me and the General's teacup comes down with a decisive clink.
The spirited lieutenant from the gala, of course. You were foolish to show yourself, but I respect a leader who commands from the front.
Yeah, I was at your gala. Someone paid me to sneak in, but it's got nothing to do with any rebellion.
You seem to believe confessing to a lesser crime will spare you. You're wrong.
Look, General, you looking for a rebel leader? You got the wrong woman. I mean, look at me. The General holds up his gloved hand, gently, commanding silence while pulling me into its gravity. His eyes analyze me sharply before turning to look across the civilian district.
It was many years ago now. I'd watch as my fellow comrades refused to amputate their diseased limbs. It was too much for them. Too terrible to consider losing an arm or leg, thinking it would all get better on its own. I thought those men cowards. I loved them, but thought them short-sighted. But now, I must admit, compassion for them. Understanding.
He turns back to me and lowers his cup, a small clink accenting his words.
I see now that I am guilty of that same cowardice. Every time I removed insurrection, disease from my barony, I feared cutting too far. I hoped you all would see. But today, I make things right.
By burning down theaters?
By burning away all traces of infection that you spread. You've seen the destruction around Santa Anita. Another mistake from cowardice. I attempted peace once. I will not make the same mistake twice. You made clowns out of my intelligence officers stationed at the scrapyard.
I did.
You disrupted our supply line and threw priceless cargo to a pack of thugs. You and your accomplice sabotaged a night meant to honor good men and women. You even brought a Heights assassin to bear. And while the symptoms of the infection that can be alleviated, traitors can be executed, additional weapons can be manufactured, assassins can be imprisoned. But this little insurrection of yours has proven difficult to cure. Until now.
That's a hell of a list. What makes you so sure I did it?
You made an impression on one of my intelligence officers, Officer Randall Pitt.
Ah, the creepy one.
He suspected something amiss with you and your sister.
Upon further investigation, he found irrefutable proof of your illicit dealings. At every one of these incidents, a woman matching your description was at its center.
I don't know any assassin. If you're counting my crimes, at least attribute them correctly.
You would disown your comrade so quickly?
Look, I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. He slams his fist on the table, snarling and puffing out his chest.
He killed 30 of my men during the arrest. 30. He will rot inside a metal box until I send him wrapped in iron back to old New York.
My mouth dries up faster than a snake stuck in the high noon Egyptian sun. A bullet to the back of the head is suddenly a rosy idea next to the risk of a coffin drop.
Deflect blame onto White Street? Nah.
Eli's put together a damning rap sheet. If I want any chance of avoiding the firing squad, my best defense is the truth. I'm just another gal looking to get through the day. Getting mixed up in insurrection is bad for business.
A convenient cover story. But my intelligence officers tell me you are no ordinary woman. 8-shot Randazzo.
Crap.
If your mind's made up, why am I still breathing? You need something, or your men would have shot me on the street.
After the Philippines, I promised my men a home. That one day, we could lay down arms and enjoy the remainder of our lives in peace, for the sake of those no longer with us. I believe, with your help, that day is within our grasp.
What do you need me for? He pulls out a leather notebook. The last time I saw, it was in the hands of Tobias Dufresne.
My men took this from your assassin. I'm told it suggests how to manipulate the well. Answer me. What are these? The musings of a lunatic? Schemes for a new weapon?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Years ago, you would have been correct. I would have even dismissed Red Aether as a fairy tale. I've become a more open-minded man.
I can see that.
What is this device? Tell me, and I will be lenient.
A frigid shiver attacks my flesh from neck to ankle. The answer is a long shot, but it's the only card I have left. All right, that's research from the heights. The well's expanding. It's growing fast and it's going to get bad. According to those heights scientists, the well's going to take down the whole lowers. Someone's working on a fix, but they need that device.
An unlikely story, but I have no choice but to believe it.
Emphasize the risk. Press him.
You understand the journal then. You don't seem all too surprised what you found in there.
Whoever you got these from, I assure you, they are not the only one working on such things. White Street is familiar with Aether's side effects. Headaches, mania, sickness.
Monologuing.
We discovered as the well grew, the strength of the wasting did also. To combat it, I made us strong again. Once we had united the lowers, we would have led the search for a cure together. But now, a cure has come to us.
Yeah, but it's all fantasy unless you know how to use it. Give me the book. You'll never hear from me again, and I'll throw in fixing the well for free.
You misunderstand. I believe you, but I cannot let you live. You have killed my men, sowed discord at every corner of this barony. No, you cannot live. You are the disease.
He turns to the civilian district, chest out, welcoming a crisp breeze. His guards snap to attention in anticipation for some unknown cruelty.
And I can no longer suffer the limb that gives the disease shelter.
Like a conductor masterfully controlling his orchestra, the general raises his hand. In the distance, blazes begin to erupt all across the civilian district, like fireflies dancing on a mass grave.
Jeez.
With this, White Street will no longer be impeded. We will reclaim all that was once ours and save the lowers. Unfortunately, you will not live to see such a world. But you will have a swift death.
He snaps his fingers, and by speechless command, his guards move forward. I feel a barrel press against the back of my head.
Think about Zio's final moments. Stall for time. We need a 10 or better on that. Let's think about a way out, if we can.
My mind races. I look for another way out. My options aren't good. Hands tied, outnumbered, outdrawn. I tell myself to keep looking for something. Anything. The gun cocks. The fires and the screams and the crumbling buildings feel muted, making way for the bang that never comes. Hissing shrieks fill the air. Every pipe on the roof bursts, flooding the veranda and crashing into White Street's discipline like a wave through a sandcastle.
What's happening? Get to the general! Idiots! Back into position, now!
Get to the chopper! Ah!
While everyone's scrambling toward her, no one hears the scrape of a grate or the emergence of a glowing-eyed specter. In that moment, Cress Carter is every Aether Rat horror story. Vengeful, silent, murderous, the harbinger of a brutal ending. Then those pale eyes see me, and the mask splits. I see a Cress on the cusp of her revenge, and a Cress realizing how badly I need her help. She only has time to be won.
Ah, take your shot.
My soul curls in on itself. Deep down, I know that Cress deserves her revenge as much as I did. I nod towards Eli, head as heavy as a gavel. Instead, she pulls me from the soldiers.
Brace yourself.
Shouts and a shot chase us through the thinning steam to the open grating and into darkness. I nearly bite through my lip, fighting a scream when we hit hard tunnel flooring. But I hold it long enough for Cress to slide the grating back. The ropes are barely off before those glowing pale eyes round on me.
Damn it, Gia! I had him! I was close! I had him!
I told you to get him!
What the hell happened? I leave you alone for 5 minutes, and your damn client's throttling your car and screaming about how you've been arrested. If she hadn't drove full speed in the wrong direction, she would have run into a full squad of whitecaps instead of me. What in the hell are you?
They jumped me at the pickup after you left. They were looking for some rebel group. Cress, you're not the leader they're looking for, are you?
No, I'm
Batman.
Our time's cut short by a mob of boots pounding the tunnel walls. We gotta move. Where's Nellie?
keeping the car warm. Be ready to take over. Driving really isn't something you should ever let her do again.
I'd seen how many soldiers Eli had. I'd seen how set he was on my execution. Ready or not, we weren't getting out of White Street without a fight.
It looks like that
fool.
Yep.
I would have given you a kinder end, but you forced my hand. To save White Street, I must forsake leniency.
You don't know a damn thing about leniency.
Another Aether rat. If you give up your co-conspirators, I'll spare Samuel Lowe from questioning.
I'll kill you first.
Whew.
Going soft, General?
All right, guys. I think this is a perfect place to go ahead and end the episode. When we get back, we'll have our showdown here with the good general, and he also has that red Aether weapon, so let's hope we're up to the task. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.